Jungle Bird. You're listening to Courts and Sports. Got deforestation!
Yeah, that was kind of the difference. I got off to a slow start, but I knew that I knew...
Always something to spice matters up.
Yeah, enjoy the jail cell, pal. But no, I knew that there were some birdie holes on the back, and I just had to, stay patient, and luckily the birdies came.
Your wife, Dowd, is expecting. She was by your side. You're kind of amused. The gendarmes are taking care of this gentleman, and he is on his way to a place other than where you're headed.
Hello.
Hey, is this Andrew? Jungle Bird?
Yeah. Speaking.
What do you go by?
Jungle Bird.
Okay, we'll go with Jungle Bird. This is John Phillips. I talked to you yesterday about appearing on my show, Courts and Sports.
Yeah, okay.
You got 10 or 15 minutes for an interview?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess to start off with, just tell us about you and your cause.
Okay, basically the cause is to help raise awareness against deforestation. Obviously, with a lot of the trees getting chopped down, is to try and keep people aware of the impact that they have on the environment based on the choices that they make. So a couple of tips that we have is to read digital books, share your books that you have, insist on paying from FSC approved resources, just basic things like this. And it's really doing it in a way that captures people's attention. It's obviously what happened at the US Open, so sort of achieved that.
Right. How long have you been?
As well.
How long have you been a spokesman for the deforestation movement?
Well, it's been a recent involvement. I used to do the bird call at school, to get a few laughs in class. But it sort of evolved, and I started doing it like in the pub and stuff, and just at random places. And we sort of made the connection between the bird call and deforestation, and then connected the two together. And they seem to work quite well.
What particular bird is that bird call?
Well, I don't know really. It's the only bird noise I can make. So I just call it the Jungle Bird.
Okay. And do you have any other bird calls that you do, or is that's the one?
That's the only one, so yeah, that's it.
Okay. And where else? What other events have you done this, or what other monuments? I saw. I think a clip at the Roman Colosseum or somewhere. Where else have you done your bird call?
Different places around the world. We've done it with Queen Elizabeth II, which was when she came to visit our town. And I've done it in places like in trash cans and stuff like that. You can see them on my website, which is facebook.com/junglebird. And there's quite a few videos on there.
All right, let's.
The idea is now to go on, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, really now is to start increasing the impact. So maybe do a few more high-profile locations. I'm considering doing Prime Minister's Question Time in the House of Commons in London.
Wow.
At some point.
You might want to not make that. You might not want to make that too public. If they know you're coming, it'll be a little tougher. So, how long were you at the U.S. Open?
We were there for all of the Sunday, so it was literally that morning. My friend who I'm staying with said that we had 3 tickets to attend the event, so I said, fantastic, let's go. And it was sort of, I realised then this was another ideal opportunity to do a Jungle Bird. So I just really waited for the end. I was waiting for the trophy presentation. Just as all the commotion at the very end when everyone's standing at the tables and trophies out, I saw my chance to get under the rope and get into the press corps. And then I just waited. I found a gap in the cameras. And at this time, I didn't have the hat on, so I'd hidden the hat under my coat. But then I saw my break, saw my opportunity, threw the hat on. And then the rest is history, isn't it?
It certainly is. Like I said, we put it up on our YouTube page, and we're at, what are we at, Sam? 100?
Yes, over 100,000.
Well over 100. I think it's like 150,000, and there's a couple of more that have more. So it's been a viral hit, and I hope it serves your cause too.
Would you guys be willing to link to my page for us to help build
Oh, absolutely. You're going to be linked all over the place. We're gonna put this anywhere and everywhere and get you whatever we can. And
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I followed you on Twitter yesterday, and we're at Athletics Lawyer. I'll send you a message or something, and we can get this going. I wanted to get the interview first before I raised too much publicity because I knew you'd be a very popular guy here today and in the future.
Yeah.
What so you went from where the public was allowed to the press corps and just kind of mingled among the press corps until you could make your break?
That's right, yeah. And as I said, it was all the commotion going on. Everyone was trying to get into position. The cameras were getting set up, so it just enabled me sort of to sneak through. I did get caught by one guy who noticed I didn't have the press armband on, and he told me to get back behind the other rope. There was like 2 ropes that you could get through. So I sort of backed right back, said to him, no problem, sorry, didn't mean to be in your way. Got under that rope, but then he got busy doing something else, and then I sneaked back under the rope and then just waited for my chance.
From the point of the rope until when you hit the cameras and Bob Costas and the whole pomp and circumstance, how far was it?
We were about 8 feet.
Oh wow, okay, so you didn't have far to
really,
go.
really close.
And
once I was behind those cameras, it was 8 feet at least.
And tell us about that moment. And I guess you just went for the camera that was on. Tell us about that from that 8 feet until you got yanked off by I think the head of the PGA Tour.
Yeah, that was it. So I came through, and then all of a sudden all the cameras started to flash, so it was sort of getting my eyes a little bit. But I did my bird noise. What I normally do is I do the 3 bird noises. At the 3rd bird noise, you've generally got people's attention, and that's when I shout, stop deforestation. But as you sort of didn't get a chance to shout the stop deforestation because I got yanked off by the guy who then passed me over to the police, and the police got me. They put me in handcuffs and took me away up the side of the green, and then back outside of the course. They then put me in a police car and took me down the station. But the guys were really cool. By the time we got to the station, some of the officers were making bird calls themselves because they'd already seen it on YouTube. So that was quite funny.
That's awesome.
And then they kept me in. Then they kept me in for about 4 hours. They didn't press any charges or anything, and just said, please don't do it again.
That's fantastic. Did you know? I've seen a picture on your Facebook page where you've got the officers surrounding you. It looked like you had a black eye. Did you get scuffed up?
Oh no, not at all. No.
Okay.
No, there was nothing like that at all. They were really good, the police.
Good.
I was quite lucky because they saw the funny side of it.
Good. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And that's for luckily San Francisco is kind of that area is kind of. The Bay Area is kind of like that. They see the lighter side of life rather than if it had happened in New York, you might have been under the jail. Did do you have when you do this? I mean, I guess did you fear? The name of our show is Courts and Sports, and so we talk about this falls into both. It was a sporting event, and you obviously faced the front line of the court system. Did you fear getting arrested, or was the movement so important to you that you didn't care, or you just didn't think you would be?
No. I thought I'd get into trouble of some kind, but again, it's the opportunity was too great to miss, wasn't it?
It absolutely was. Have you talked to any of the PGA Tour golfers, either Webb or Graham McDowell? Also, he retweeted my YouTube link, and I think it was retweeted by him to 347 times. So they're promoting you as well. Maybe not as positively as you'd like, but calling you a jerk or whatever. But have you had any of the have you had any PGA golfers reach out to you?
No, not at all. The guy that had won, the Simpson guy, he said I was his new best friend on Twitter.
Oh yeah, his brand awareness. People can say what they want about you stealing his 15 minutes, but you made his 15 minutes, far larger. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands have now seen his name and his trophy presentation. So I think you two are going to be linked at the hip forever.
Fantastic. Yeah, maybe I should try and reach out to him, and because obviously I'd like to apologise for getting in his way.
That would be
a big moment for him, but if it helped him, then that's fantastic.
Right. Goodness gracious, I could keep going forever. Let's see. Sam, you got any questions?
That's when do the bird call.
Yeah, no. Could you give us the bird call, and you can even end it with the stop deforestation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. Stop deforestation.
That's fantastic. Let me get you to do one more for the plugs my radio show, and just say this is Jungle Bird. You're listening to Courts and Sports, and then do the bird call.
Okay. Hello, this is Jungle Bird. You're listening to Courts and Sports. Stop deforestation.
That's fantastic, Jungle Bird. We'll put this on YouTube as well, and Facebook and Twitter and everything. Anything else you want to tell about the story, about where you're going next?
No, because a lot of it's based on randomness, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say too much about the locations, then people will be alerted to what I'm about to do.
Did you?
Well, the more high profile, then the better.
You said you did one with the Queen in attendance or in presence?
Yeah, supposed to be driving past me on the street, so I jumped out in front of the limo, in front of a limousine. That was in England about 6 months ago. And that's on the Facebook page, the Jungle Bird one.
Okay. And then the hat. How did you come up with the hat?
Yeah, the hat was really crazy because I was in New York. I was in Central Park, and there was a street seller there, and I just saw this hat and thought that's amazing. I got it about 2 years ago. So sort of the times I've done Jungle Bird, I've sometimes got the hat on. And I think it dawned on me that people are really, the hat's really focal, isn't it? Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jungle Bird.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Difference. I got off to a slow start, but I knew that